Instagram Q&A time. No fancy introduction. We're going to jump right into the questions. There's over 100 of them. So let's just see. Fitness, non-fitness related. I'm just going to pick ones that I think would be cool to answer. And I do like this one because it's relevant to a recent video I made. How do you keep such a positive mindset? I don't always keep such a positive mindset, but I try. I recently made a video called Social Media Depression talking about this, but my biggest piece of advice is the first thing you do in the morning, make sure that it sets the tone for the day in a positive way. So don't immediately look on your social media, start scrolling through your feed. You're gonna see negative shit. You're gonna see stuff in the news, politics, things with friends and family that might be negative, and that might set the tone for the day, giving you this negative state of mind that it's just hard to kick yourself out of. So start the day doing something that you love doing. Start right. Maybe start writing. Start by doing yoga, stretching, meditating. Whatever it is that you enjoy doing, start the day doing that, and that can set the tone for the rest of the day. So that's just a quick piece of advice right there. So there's a few questions about living situations, like do you ever find it annoying living on Long Island where the prices are expensive compared to other regions? Would you ever move out of New York? You guys will probably find the answer to those questions coming up in the next couple of weeks. Would you ever want to work in the restaurant business again or own your own restaurant? I would not. Now, I worked in the restaurant business for like 8 or 9 years or so, and I'm not gonna say I hated it. I think it's a good experience. I think you could work on people skills, because obviously you have to talk to customers all day long, and you learn a lot about food, which I think is pretty cool. I learned a lot about ingredients. I had extensive menu tests and everything, and it's a good way to learn customer service. So nothing against working in the business, great money, especially if you're a student. Schedules are very flexible. Usually they can work in and out. It's easy to get coverage if you need someone to take your shift. So the restaurant business is not bad, but it will take over a big part of your life. I worked for 8 years. I didn't have any holidays with my family, so you do work at most restaurants on the holidays. My restaurant was open 365 days a year because it was also a hotel and a marina. So Christmas, Christmas Eve, Thanksgiving, Father's Day, Mother's Day, everything I worked. So that sucked. Money was good, but you gotta kind of find that balance, and I'm done with that business. Although I love going to restaurants and eating and drinking, but it's a different story. What do you do if you can't lose weight on the scale during a cut, but you're feeling leaner? Now, we all go through periods of where the scale isn't moving, and that's why the scale is the devil, and it should not be the only measurement of progress. So do things like take a tape measure and measure your arm and measure your waist and measure your hips and measure your legs. Take measurements so that you can see if you're actually losing inches, because it's very possible that you're experiencing body recomposition. So maybe putting on a little bit of muscle while losing a little bit of fat, and the scale won't reflect that. You could be holding a lot of water and you might experience what's known as a whoosh, where one day you wake up and you lost like 3 or 4 pounds. That's actually pretty normal. That happens to a lot of people. You can have undigested food in your stomach. There's a bunch of different reasons why that scale number isn't moving, so don't let that be the only gauge of progress. So it's very possible that you are losing fat while not losing weight, but if it's a long period of time, if you're talking month after month, you're not losing any weight, you're probably no longer in a deficit. So therefore, take a look at your calories. You might have to reduce them, you might have to increase your cardio, but it's all about just monitoring progress with more than one method. How to activate your less dominant side. One thing that not a lot of people do is flex their less dominant side. So let's say we're taking a picture, right? And I go like this and I hit a bicep flex with my right arm. Typically, if I'm doing that, I'm using my right arm. Why? Because I can flex it easier than my left arm. Now, when I do this, a lot of people say that my left arm is a lot smaller than my right arm. It's not really the case. I've measured it before. It might come off that way in pictures, but I have better mind to muscle connection of my right bicep because I flex it more often. So believe it or not, flexing muscles can actually help you work and activate them a little bit more. Like for some people who can't activate their hamstrings or their lats, try actually flexing your lats when you're not doing the movement, and do that a bunch of times and then go ahead and do the movement, and you might actually feel it working. Do more unilateral exercises. So instead of doing a traditional lat pull down like this, try doing a one-arm cable lat pull in like this. So you can work on one side at a time, get that feeling in that side, then move on to the other side, and then go ahead and do both. So I'm a big fan of unilateral exercises to target either weaker muscles or muscles that you don't feel as much as the stronger side. All right, people are gonna hate me for this. So someone asked, do you watch Game of Thrones and who is your favorite character? I actually don't watch like any TV series. Not because I don't think those series are cool, but I was like a big fan of Entourage, Sopranos back in the day. I was like Family Guy and stuff like that. But to be honest, if I am watching TV, it's like Food Network and shit like that, Travel Channel, Shark Tank on whatever channel that comes on. But for the most part, in my free time, I'm watching, like, I watch some of you guys on YouTube. But no Game of Thrones, no Arrow, no Flash. Although, Brittany's right over there, we are looking for like a new series to watch, just for something to do, something to catch up on. So if you guys have a recommendation, let us know. Scandal. She watches Scandal. I watched a couple episodes. Meh. Matty, did you see that Movement reposted your picture on their Instagram? I actually did see that when we were in the UK for Body Power Expo. I took a picture like this in front of Big Ben, and Movement used my picture on their Instagram, which I thought was pretty cool. So this is Movement. You guys obviously know Movement by now. I've talked about them many times. A lot of other YouTubers have like discount codes with them, including myself. I've done a lot of work with them, and I love the company. But yeah, they did repost my picture, which I thought was cool. But for those of you guys who don't know, I'll just show you real quick. This is a Movement watch. So to me, it's a pretty like classy looking watch, and it's inexpensive. And one of the best features about it is this right here. So if you guys could see on the back, there's that little latch. All you have to do is go like this, and that band comes off. And now you can actually, they sell these bands. So let's say I like this face, but I don't have shoes in this light brown. You could buy a dark brown band, and all you have to do is go like this and clip it back on. Now, some of you guys who haven't seen this might have one of those watches where you need like this little pitchfork thing, and you have to do that, and then you have to put the pin in. It doesn't work too well. So this is the most convenient way I've ever seen of changing watch bands and straps, and they have different styles. So they have like this very basic, simple, classy type look, and then they have like the Chrono series, which is a bigger face if you're into that. They have the metal chain link bands. So I think these watches are damn cool, and they're around like 100 to like 130 bucks. So good looking watch, very affordable price. And so then you can have like 4 or 5 watches instead of like $1,000 watch that only matches one thing that you wear one time a year. So you guys want to check out Movement. I got 10% off for you guys. Just use my last name. I'll put it on the screen. I'll put a link in the description box. And yeah, come join the movement. Do you have plans to move to Texas where your brother lives? Man, it's a possibility. We'll see. A lot of questions about moving. Where are you moving to? I'll let you guys know in the next couple of weeks what's going on. Here's a good question because Brittany's sitting right over there. But did anything change when you got married? No. The only thing that changed is I now wear a wedding band. But other than that, I mean, a relationship is a relationship. You're in the relationship for a specific reason. You're invested in each other. You enjoy spending time with each other. And then you make the commitment to spend the rest of your life with that person. So from being together to being engaged to being married, nothing should really change. The commitment doesn't get any bigger. The commitment should stay the same from the beginning. You love that person for a specific reason. That's why you're marrying them. And then things might change when you're married, like you might move in together if you don't already live together. You might have a big wedding. You might have a small wedding. You have a new family, right? So now you have in-laws and everything. So that stuff might change a little bit, but the actual relationship shouldn't change. So still best friends, still training partners, still boos and bays and whatever you guys call each other. What else is there? There's I think that's what people say, boo and bay, right? Yeah. Does your back injury still hurt or flare up? Thankfully, no. I feel really good. I haven't had any lower back pain at all. For those who don't know, I did suffer 3 herniated discs in my lumbar spine, which sucked. I had sciatica. I couldn't walk. I couldn't get out of bed. I couldn't tie my own shoes. For a few months, it was horrible. And then I had to relearn how to pretty much train, had to relearn the deadlift, and I had to start bench pressing with just the bar. And I got re-injured again, the same thing, so I had to relearn. It was a mess. It sucks. I wish it on nobody. Getting injured is the worst thing because it takes you away from doing what you love, which is training. But if you are smart about your recovery, you will come back better and stronger. Don't be stupid. Don't let your ego get in the way. Don't rush back into it because you just want to be manly about it. Go to a reputable doctor or physio or chiro or PT or someone who knows what they're talking about and just listen to their advice and do what's necessary in order to get better. Now, a lot of people ask me for lower back advice. How can I get better? I can't answer that. I wish I can advise you guys on what to do, give you recommendations, but every case is specific to the individual, and I don't want to go telling you to do something that could possibly make your injury worse. So listen to your doctor, take it slow, and you'll come back stronger. How do you talk to girls with confidence? What's good?
Oh my God.
Talk to girls with confidence. You have to have confidence first before you could talk to girls with confidence. And I think people misunderstand this whole thing. Like, when you're going to meet a girl or pick up a girl or talk to a girl, you should not be putting on this whole new personality of someone who isn't you. Girls like a guy who's funny, who's outgoing, who's nice, who's this and that. They don't if you're just the nice guy, don't try and be the badass who they want you to be, because then you're being someone you're not to impress someone who you don't even know. That's all bullshit. Be yourself, be funny, be outgoing. Start a conversation, and you should be fine. If you get rejected, who gives a shit? It's not really a big deal. Building confidence does take time, though. Not everyone's confident. There are people who are insecure or have low self-esteem. That's normal for a lot of people, and it's something that you have to work on yourself. But again, don't change who you are to try and impress someone who you don't know. What do you think?
That was good.
Yeah, thanks. That's why I'm married.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to do a few more questions. Hey, Matt, when are you going to come to Canada? I don't know. I hope soon. I think that would be cool. It would be sweet to see you do a little travel college trip or something like what Christian and Javon did. That would be awesome. My goal, I say this all the time on the channel, is to travel. At least once a month, I would love to go to at least another state. Other countries would be even cooler. So when those opportunities come, I will jump on them. So it's a matter of whether there's an expo in another state or something happening in this country or that country. But I'm just going to keep trying to push myself and force myself to go here, go there, and try and do meetups like that. If you guys would be interested, or if you have specific places you think would be cool, drop some comments down below. I would absolutely love to do that. Every time I do a Q&A, do you even lift? No. I'm answering this question because it was one of my clients, John. He goes, let me set up a story. It's 2 a.m. and you've had a few shots. As last round is called, you get out of the bar, begin walking home. You pass a 24/7 gas station. You enter some Drunken snack food. You've located the sweets aisle and you notice the Little Debbie section. Which one do you pick? What is your favorite Little Debbie snack? What is Little Debbie? Like, I know they make snacks, but that's not Hostess. So who makes Twinkies?
Hostess, I think.
So what does Little Debbie make? Like just like cupcake things?
Like peanut butter chocolate bars.
Like Funny
like
Bones?
No, that's Hostess. Little Debbie's those wafers that have they're layered with peanut butter and then they're dipped in chocolate. That's the only Little Debbie snack I know.
Oh, with a quick Google, we'll find out exactly what it is. Oh, okay. So they make some Swiss cake rolls, brownies. That's Little Debbie.
Mm.
So, I'm going to be honest with you. If I drunkenly walk into a 24/7 gas station, I'm not going to the sweets aisle. I'm going to the chips. I'm going to eat all the chips. I might get some ice cream too. I love ice cream. But I'm going for like the Doritos, the combos, maybe even a sandwich, probably some more ice cream, yeah. Definitely not like brownies or Little Debbie's.
I always get Lunchables.
Lunchables? Let's get like one more question in here. It is good. They're good. It's relevant because I'm making a YouTube video. What are your biggest tips on building a strong, loyal, supporting following on social media? All right. This kind of goes back to the confidence thing while talking to girls. Be yourself. Don't try and do what everyone else is doing. And there's a couple of other things. Obviously, if you want a loyal following, interact with your audience. I don't care how many followers or subscribers you have. If you just started your YouTube channel and you have 20 subscribers and you get 2 comments on every video, answer those comments. Show the people that you care about their support. Give back, give valuable information. Be transparent and show people who you truly are. Just stay true to yourself and interact with your audience. They're supporting you. They're helping you grow your following. And if you want them to be loyal to you, you have to give the same in return. So interact with them and show them that they actually mean something to you and they're not just a number. So that, along obviously with consistency. So being consistent with the content that you post and listening to their feedback and their criticisms and their, yeah. I think that's good. I think that can wrap up this Q&A. I don't want it to be too long, but if you guys enjoyed this, someone actually asked, I guess I'll just answer this because a lot of people wonder the thumbs up button. I'm not even trying to plug or ask you guys to hit the thumbs up button. I'm just telling you what that actually does. When you guys like a YouTube video, on the side there's like related videos, and more often than not, let's say you like my video, my channel or my video might show up on that, giving it more exposure. letting more people see my channel and therefore growing the channel. So those thumbs ups, thumb ups, the likes really, really do help the videos big time. So when you see every single YouTuber say, if you enjoy the video, click that thumbs up button. We don't just say it because it looks cool to have a lot of thumbs up, although it does, but it really does help the channel get seen by other people and help the channel grow. So with that said, hit that damn thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. That's going to be the end of the Q&A. If you're wondering where I do these Q&As right now, kind of sporadic, sometimes Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, but I'm actually working with trying to find like an app to do it. I'll let you guys know all that as the details come about. But just follow me on all social media and you'll know everything that's going on pretty much in my life. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you all in the next video.